Good morning everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda and these are the Little Likac November vlogs for 2023. Today is Thursday the 23rd of November and it is first thing in the morning. So today's vlog is going to be a little bit different. Those of you that have been following it all the way through the month, you know that I've been suffering with toothache, and today is the day I'm going to the dentist and having that tooth removed. So I don't expect to film anything else today, and I'm not expecting to film anything tomorrow, so I will be recording tomorrow's intro in a minute, just simply because I think I don't know how my voice is going to sound and how much talking I can do. So instead, what I'm going to share with you today and tomorrow is the trip that I took up to Lower Pilsley in Derbyshire, which is about 30 minutes drive for me. It's not actually that many miles, but the last 6 miles or so is through country lanes, so it takes about 30 minutes for me to get there. And we're going to go and visit the lovely shop that is Nibbles, Needles and Hooks. So it's in Lower Pilsley in Derbyshire. It's run by the lovely Liz, and it is a yarn shop and cafe. And oh my goodness, it's just a lovely, lovely place to visit. So I went up there on Saturday last week. So what was that, the 18th of November? And I went up very early in the morning, and Liz and I had a lovely chat about what's been going on in that shop, what's coming up in that shop, and it's all really exciting. So I will leave you with that for today, and I will catch up with you properly on Saturday, show you what I've worked on over these next couple of days while I've been recovering. But please do watch today's vlog and tomorrow's and give Liz a little bit of love. I just think what she's doing is fabulous, as you'll probably see, because I think I did a bit of gushing when we were talking. I just kept saying, I just think this is brilliant, I just think this is brilliant. So, you know, all credit to her, and I hope you enjoy the vlog. See you later, bye. Hi everybody, here we are at Nibbles, Needles and Hooks in Lower Pilsley, and I've got the lovely Liz with us today, who's going to talk to us a little bit about her shop and all the other things that she's doing with her yarn business. So, morning Liz.
Morning.
Do you want to start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
I am an Australian. I grew up in Australia, left there at 25, came here for a holiday, and that's now 20 odd years ago, so it's been a rather good holiday. Did the normal live in London type thing that the Australians do, and then decided 8-10 years ago that we wanted to live in the hills, so we've moved north, and this is where we are now. So lovely. Me in a very short nutshell.
Yeah. So what brought you to, so obviously you said you wanted to live in the hills, so what brought you to Derbyshire in particular?
It's not too far from my partner's parents, from Simon's parents, so we can still get there when we need to. Lake District would have been amazing, but the extra travel time to get between here and there. And just Derbyshire with the green and the hills and the getting outside and the walking, and it's just, we were both runners at that point, and it was just a beautiful place for us to be. And now that we're not running, we still enjoy getting out with the walking and just the being outside. So it is really nice. We've both got day jobs that mean those sorts of things are important to our mental health. So I'm a primary school teacher. I'm still teaching as well as running the shop, and we needed to be out, we needed to be doing something, and so Derbyshire was the place for us.
Well, I can totally relate to that, being a teacher as well, outside space. And I think Derbyshire is a bit of a hidden gem because it's actually so central, isn't it? It's only an hour to Birmingham, 2 hours maximum to London, an hour or so over to Manchester. Yeah, I think it's a really good location. Okay, so how did you end up with a shop then?
A yarn shop. It's a bit crazy, actually. My partner was running an acoustic guitar night here when it was a cafe. And he was doing that once a week, and I thought, oh, a knit and natter, I'd really like to go to one, but all the local ones were running during the day. and working full time, you just can't get to anything during the day. So I said, right, well, I'll talk to the landlord here. Can I set one up in an evening? And that started out as a Wednesday once a month. Then it went to twice a month. Then it was weekly. And then the landlord was looking at renting out the premises, and we jumped at the opportunity. So it's gone from once a night knit and natto into a full-time, almost permanent shop, which has, been a huge change. Not at all what we'd planned or expected, but absolutely loving it, both of us.
What I love about that story as well is it started as something that was part of the community, and the cafe, like you said, was already established. So I just love the fact that it went from a group of, from you providing that knit and natter service to now actually providing a whole yarn shop in the village, which is just brilliant. So you opened in February.
End of February, yep.
So we're
9 months.
9 months in.
Yep.
Okay, so how has that first year been?
I think it's probably much easier than having a baby in 9 months. So it's been really interesting. It's absolutely completely out of my comfort zone. I have never done anything like this before. My parents were both teachers. Education's all I know, and that system is a weird fish. So, I'm really, really proud of what we've done. We both are. And it has been a really good journey. I've learned a lot about myself. I've grown so much in confidence just with my place in the world, which is really nice. And we really, really are proud of what we've made for the community and what we've built for the community, because we wanted to provide something for our village, a very small village with a couple of corner shops, and that's about it. And now we've got somewhere where the locals can go. The non-knitters are coming in for a coffee and cake. And it's really nice to see people on a regular basis. Sometimes the 4 full days we're open, they're in for their coffee and their cake and a little bit of company, and then they're off again. And it just has been really, really nice to provide that.
Yeah, and I think you're providing really lovely opportunities for knitters slightly outside the area, and then obviously other people involved in the yarn craft, because you have your dyer of the month, bag maker of the month as well, so that's giving opportunities. So what kind of range have you had with your yarns and your bags?
Yarn's been interesting. Our current lass is from the next village along, so I think she's probably going to be as local as we get, a 5-minute drive. And not only does she dye her own yarn, but she's a spinner, so we've got lots and lots of bits in for the rest of this month. We've got some bats, we've got some locks. She's coming in this afternoon, obviously after the podcast has gone out, but to do some spinning with us. And we've got some skeins of hand spun yarn in, some more art yarn, which has been really interesting. We have had dyes of the month. We have had people from Cheshire coming in, a little bit further afield than just the local. We've got Peak District yarns and Ducky Darlings in as standard, because they're local, which is what we want, and people like to visit yarn shops to get the local yarn. And then further afield, we're getting people from pretty much all over the country going into 2024, and your name's on the list. I'm looking forward to that.
I didn't know if we were allowed to say that.
We can say no secrets. No secrets at all.
I'm really excited about that as well. That's going to be great. Yeah, because obviously I've exhibited with you before at Renishaw Hall, because that's another side to the business as well. The afternoon teas, and that's how I met you. Actually, I came up for one of those, which was just lovely, and I love that idea as well, because who doesn't like an afternoon tea? And then you get to meet other people who are knitters, and then you always have a pop-up shop as well. But I think you were doing that before the shop.
It was the knit and natters in the Wednesday evening, then it was the pop, then Renishaw Hall with the afternoon teas, and then into the yarn shop. So it's sort of gone around in circles, and Renishaw Hall and the shop are extensions of each other, in that they're both places where you can come, you can eat cake, drink coffee, and sit and craft with people who are very similar to you from so many different backgrounds. And it's that companionship that's been really good in both places, Renishaw Hall or here.
Yeah, and I like the fact that it doesn't matter, you don't have to go with other people here or Renishaw Hall. I mean, I've come up here by myself before now and just sat on a table. Before you know it, you've got other people sitting there, everybody gets out there knitting. It's like almost a spontaneous knit and natter. And of course at Renishaw Hall, you know you're going to be with other crafters as well.
So there's that thing in common.
Yeah.
Simon and I'll stand back on a Wednesday night or a Thursday night with the knit and natter, the room's full, 30 odd people in here, and we'll say, well, you know, 6 months ago, these people didn't know each other,
Yeah.
and now there's friendships happening outside the shop, and it is the warm and fuzzies, and it's just lovely.
Yeah, and you have facilitated that, which is amazing.
is
You shouldn't underestimate
really,
the power
really
of that. And in fact, you've been nominated for an award, haven't you?
We have independent retailer for the Midlands. It's the Craft World Let's Knit, Let's Crochet magazine, and it's their first time running the awards, and really, really proud to be nominated. Voting is now opened, and so excited to, within the first 12 months, to be nominated for anything. So
yeah, that's fantastic achievement. It's brilliant, and it doesn't really matter, you know, who wins, whatever. Just having that nomination, being recognised,
absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I'm really, really pleased for you. So where are we going in the future then?
Future, what have we got? A web shop. First birthday is the end of February, so our plan is to be online by the end of February. We're not quite sure how that's going to look yet. That's sort of between now and then, but it will be up and running. So online orders, really getting that up and running, open going. Where else? There's a few secret bits and pieces happening. If you want to know what we're doing before anybody else, join the mailing list. That's go to the website and join the mailing list. Renishaw Hall dates are penciled in, so we are in the process of getting that together for 2024. The hall itself closes until after Mother's Day, so there's no hurry on any of that, but the dates will be coming out, and email subscribers will know first as to when that's happening.
Brilliant. We'll make sure we've got the link to your website and maybe as well direct links to your mailing list as well, if we can do that.